Making it a good block is what makes it a good wedge. And from the good wedge, that's when I can go into my follow-ups. If I don't have that structure, there's not a reason to go to lop, pak, lop. So we don't want to ignore the structures that give us the reasons why we're practicing. Good. Okay, so since we just got done talking about the pak, lop, pak option off your pak and wedge, now we're going to look at the reverse of that. We're going to look at lop, pak, lop. So I'm still coming in with my sucks out. I'm still wedging and making sure my wedge is coming forward. This is where I'm going to really need that energy of his pushing against me so that he's actually trying to defend. Because that energy pushing into me tells me that instead of pocking, perhaps I'd be better off to bring this arm back for the lop since he's already pushing forward, right? So I go 1 and 2, and now I can go lop, pock, and then back to lop. Now very often when people train this, and they train this lop, pock, lop option, what happens is their training partner, they'll come here, they'll go lop, and then he'll drop his hand. It turns into like pock and pock, right? Let's leave it in front a little bit, okay? So come here, they'll go 1 and 2, and they try to understand, it's like, wow, that doesn't feel like a lop. And it doesn't feel like a lop because there's no structure there. So we have to make sure that we're good training partners, right? So when this happens and I lop this and I pock this, he still has this structure. He's still trying to get this hand up and defend, which is why I lop again. So from this shot, right, this is a good structure. I lop and I strike. I pock and I strike, but in that moment, he's trying to get his hand up to defend, so it gets caught in that lop on the way back. So I pock, I wedge, lop, pock, lop. I pock, I wedge, lop, pock, lop. One more time. Pock and wedge, lop, pock, lop. Okay? So I still am trying to make sure I have a good knife hand. I'm still trying to make sure I have a good wedge or a good bugee. And if his block is good, then it makes it a good block. Making it a good block is what makes it a good wedge. And from the good wedge, that's when I can go into my follow-ups. If I don't have that structure, there's not a reason to go to lop, pock, lop. So we don't want to ignore the structures that give us the reasons why we're practicing this current compound combination, right? So good structure, good structure, good structure, good structure, good structure. That's the only way I learn where my body needs to be. So we go pock and wedge, lop, pock, lop.